Hello friends, today's topic is life cycle and pathogenicity of Wuchereria bancrofti. So this is a philaroid nematode causing a very tragic, horrifying and debilitating disease known as filariasis. This disease has been known from antiquity and was first discovery of insect Culex mosquito transmission of a human disease. Life cycle of Wuchereria bancrofti. So this requires two hosts for completion of its life cycle. Man is only definite host and no animal host or reservoir is known for Wuchereria bancrofti. The intermediate host is the female mosquito of the genus Culex. The major vector in India and most of other parts of Asia is Culex fatigans. In mosquito, when a vector mosquito feeds on a carrier, the microfilaria are taken in with the blood meal and reach the stomach of the mosquito. Within 2 to 6 hours, they cast off their sheath, egg-sheathing, penetrate the stomach wall, and within 4 to 17 hours, migrate to the thoracic muscles where they undergo further development. During the next 2 days, the metamorphose into the first stage larva, which is sausage-shaped form with a spiky tail measuring 125 to 250 into 10 to 15 μm. Within a week, it molts once or twice, increases in size and becomes the second stage larva, measuring 225 to 325 into 15 to 30 μm. Then in another week, it develops internal structures and becomes the elongated third stage filariform larva, measuring 1500 to 2000 into 15 to 25 μm. It is actively motile and infective. It enters proboscis sheath of the mosquito, awaiting opportunity for infecting human and the definite host. There is no multiplication of the microfilaria in the mosquito, and one microfilaria develops into one infective larva only. The time taken from the entry of the microfilaria into the mosquito till the development of the infective third stage larva located in its proboscis sheath constitute the extrinsic incubation period. Its duration varies with environmental factors such as temperature and humidity as well as with vector species. Under optimal conditions, its duration is 10 to 20 days. In human, when a mosquito with infective larvae in its proboscis feeds on a person, the larvae get deposited, usually in pairs on the skin near the puncture site. The larvae then enter through the puncture wound or penetrate the skin by themselves. The infective dose for man is not exactly known. So, the infective dose for man is not exactly known. But many larvae fail to penetrate the skin and many more are destroyed in the host tissues by immunological and other defense mechanisms. However, it is found that a very large number of infected mosquito bites are required to ensure transmission to man. Perhaps as many as 15,000 infective bites per person. After penetrating the skin, The third stage larvae enter the lymphatic vessels and are carried usually to abdominal or linguinal lymph nodes, where they develop into adult forms. There is no multiplication at this stage, and only one adult develops from one larva, male or female. They became sexually mature in about 6 months and mate. The gravid female worm releases large number of microvilli, as many as 50,000 per day. They pass through the thoracic duct and pulmonary capillaries to the peripheral circulation. In the peripheral blood, the microvilli do not undergo any further development. If they are not taken up by a female vector mosquito, they die. Their lifespan is believed to be about 2 to 3 months. It is estimated that a microfilaria density of at least 15 per drop of blood is necessary for infecting mosquitoes. Densities of 20,000 microfilaria or more per ml of blood may be seen in some carriers. Pathogenicity. Mode of transmission. Filariasis is usually transmitted to man through mosquito biting. The disease can be accidentally transmitted through blood transfusion. When the donor is infected with microfilaria. Incubation time. The period from the entry of the infective third stage larvae into the human host till the first appearance of microvilli in circulation is called the biological incubation period or pre-patent period. This is usually 8 to 12 months. The period from the entry of the infective larvae till the development of the earliest clinical manifestation is called the clinical incubation period. This is very variable but is usually 8 to 16 months, though it may often be much longer. Pathogenesis. The effects of infection with Wuchereria bancrofti display a wide spectrum from clinically silent infections with no apparent inflammation or parasite damage to mild to intense non-granulomatous chronic lymphatic inflammation to a variety of granulomatous obstructive reactions. Asymptomatic phase. This phase usually consists of high microfilaria infection and individuals show no symptoms of being infected. This occurs due to cytokine IL-4 suppressing the activity of Th1 cells in the immune system. This can occur for years until the inflammatory reaction rises again. In inflammatory or acute phase, the antigens from the female adult worms elicit inflammatory responses. The worms in the lymph channels disrupt the flow of the lymph, causing lymphedema. The individual exhibits fever, chills, skin infection, painful lymph nodes, and tender skin of many severe extremity lymphadematous. These symptoms often lessen after 5 to 7 days. Other symptoms that may occur include orchitis and inflammation of testes, which is accompanied by painful immediate enlargement, and epididymitis, inflammation of the spermatic cord. The obstructive or chronic phase. So this phase is marked by lymph varices, lymph scotum, hydrocele, then leaf in urine, that is chyluria, and elephantiasis. Microfilaria are not normally present in this phase. A key feature of this phase is scar formation from affected tissue areas. Other features include thickening of the skin and elephantiasis, which develops gradually with the attack of the lymphatic system. Elephantiasis affects men mainly in legs, arms, and scrotum. In women, the legs, arms, and breast are affected. So this is all about your Wuchereria bancrofti life cycle and the pathogenicity of this.